That's a jarring change in music. I always liked it though. I always liked this elevator music as a kid. I still kind of like it. I would want it to be the music in the level when I was a kid and would just stand in the elevator and shoot people for as long as possible. But now, that's just how I play the level, is I stand in the elevator at the very beginning, because there's like 3 guys immediately. And that guy can be a pain in the ass, because he's really heavily armored. Like, the first couple times you shoot him, he won't even react. And he doesn't always show up when you think he will. Like, sometimes he'll show up, you know, just immediately, and then sometimes it'll be a second like he just was, and I ended up taking a lot of damage from him when I was practicing the level. They also start off with a ZMG in this level, which is, you know, kind of different. But, you know, the frigate level head, you start off with a D5K, and I think these are the only 2 levels that you start off with something other than the PP7. Although you still do have the PP7. And I just forgot those guys were right there. I'm lucky I didn't get hit. Because this level, it's really easy to take a lot of damage. There's a lot of guards, and even though the ZMG doesn't do like a ton of damage, it shoots a lot faster than like almost any of the other guns. The RCP-90 shoots the fastest, but it can do a lot of damage really fast. Normally I'm able to just kill that guy before he even sees me. See, look at that. Look at how many hits that fucking took. The guards in the blue hats take a ton of damage. Can't get up those damn stairs. Yeah, that guy was standing over at the other end of the catwalk here, and if you shoot, he'll find you. He can fuck with you too if you're taking out the guy with the AR-33 down at the bottom, and then he hears you and you don't know that he heard you. And I just killed that guy right there before doing the objective in this room, because there's been times when I've been shooting stuff and he's come and got me. Or come and shot me. These guards are really fucking stubborn. They will not just run away. But normally if you just shoot at their feet, they'll run away, but sometimes they just will not fucking leave. Sometimes they will not just fucking leave at all, and I've had to like kill some of them because I've shot them to try and make them run away, and they still just stand there. I didn't really have that problem this time, but I've had some playthroughs where I just can't get rid of them and end up failing to spare the scientist mission just because they won't fucking leave, and end up getting killed. You get a lot of crates in this level, and you can get a lot of ammo from the crates, and I think that's like probably a better use for the mines than just destroying those computers, which is part of the mission, which is just destroy the computers, which isn't even a mission in an Agent. When I first got to this level, it was like some Saturday morning a long time ago, and I had finally beaten the control level, and I was just like amazed that I had beaten the control level. And then I got to this level, and it felt, you know, like really crazy, you know, and really interesting because it was a level after the control level, and I had no idea what this level would be, and I was stuck on control for so long, and it was really cool to be on this level. I ended up beating this level the same day I got to it, which was really rare back then. On Agent, you know, I have like one objective. This room always reminded me of the room in Mario 64 in the level where there's that Loch Ness Monster kind of thing. I always think of that every time I play this level, and I almost expect it to be swimming around in the water. I remember one time my friend was over years ago, and she had not seen this level. And because she had seen me play the game like 100 times, and she was like, "Oh, does anything happen if you fall in that water?" And of course, you know, no, you can't even fall in the water. But I remember saying like, "Oh yeah, you know, something really crazy happens." And she said, "Well, what?" And I was like, "Oh no, I can't tell you," just because I didn't have a lie prepared. There's a ton of guys in this room, and of course the guy that takes the most damage comes out and shoots me. And I don't know if he was affected by the explosion or not. I heard like 3 guys make their death grunts, but it might have damaged him because it really didn't take that many hits to kill that guy, but I did shoot him right in the head. But he did end up fucking hurting me, and that pissed me off. There's another blue cap guy. This is another level that should have had AR-33s as their main weapon. I mean, you get dual ZMGs, and the ZMGs are a rare weapon. Well, they're not rare, they're actually pretty damn common, but they're not that used in the game. Like, they're used a lot at the end game, but they're pretty rare. Just when you compare it to guns like the KF-7 Soviet and all that, which are in, like, every fucking level, it seems like. I would normally destroy all these crates, but since I was recording, I was just like, fuck it. I'm trying to get AR-33 ammo from these crates, because you can get a fair amount. You can actually use the AR-33 in this level, but you can't use it completely as your main weapon. You can totally use it, but you can't use it just completely as your main weapon, or you will run out of ammo for it, especially if you're not destroying the crates. And I hate these doors. I mean, I think they're interesting, but having to open a door twice is annoying. And they take a really long time to open. This level, you know, it's towards the end of the movie. It's after Control, which, like, completely followed the movie, and the jungle, which, it didn't completely follow the movie, but there was a jungle level. At the end of the game, I think, follows the movie much more closely than the beginning of the game. Because the beginning of the game has levels like Silo and all that, and Bunker and all that, which aren't in the game. But, I mean, aren't in the movie, but the beginning of the game is just a whole bunch of, like, it follows the movie, but then it throws in quite a few, missions that have anything to do with the movie. The end game mainly just completely follows the movie the best that it can, but the caverns, nothing like this is in the movie, which is honestly a little disappointing. I think this could have been a cool area in the movie. And I don't know why they decided to throw this level, maybe they just had a level, like an idea for, you know, like a underground establishment and wanted to put it in the game. I like this level. It's not one of my most played, but I do like it. See, that's what I'm talking about with the ZMGs. Two of them can shoot really fast, so they are useful, but I think the D5K is actually stronger. But I think you can do more damage with the ZMGs. And on this catwalk, because the enemy's vision is limited, you can sometimes, like, stand almost right in front of them and shoot them. And I don't know how that guy heard about me, or heard me, but, he came running out of there. I guess he heard the gunshots. And this guy almost, like, I was really worried about him. He almost got me, because they just take so much damage. They don't react to the first couple shots, and that really fucks you up. This is the way I get an RCP-90 a little bit faster. Like, I shoot the guy over there. And also, if you run right in that room, there's going to be guys to the left and the right of you if you don't take these guys out. But then that lures out another guy, and he has an RCP-90, and quite a few guards have RCP-90s in this level. It's kind of a shame the RCP-90 never became like a more regular weapon, but it's such a overpowered weapon, it's probably for the best. I mean, super high rate of fire. It's really damaging. You don't have to reload very much with it. I still would have liked to have seen the AR-33 be the main weapon of this level. They should have had AR-33s, maybe a couple of dual ZMG guys, and some RCP-90 guys. Towards the end of the level, if you wait around long enough, guys with RCP-90s, double RPC-90s, and the automatic shotguns will show up. They should have had guys with RCP-90s, AR-33s, and automatic shotguns. I think that would have been cooler, because the automatic shotgun is a cool weapon, and you barely see it. So here's where you just get a ton of ammo. Here's where you'll have, like, plenty of ammo. For Double O Agent, you'll have just an assload of ammo. And I honestly run around there a couple more times, usually, just to make sure I got all the ammo, because I normally miss some. Now, this is a secret passage, and a pretty useful one. Although it turns to complete black and end up going the wrong direction in the middle of it, because it's hard to see. And this is actually a really well hidden secret passage. And there's nothing like special here, it just takes you to the room where you need to do the next objective. But it makes it a lot easier to come in from the back like this, because there's a drone gun up at the front there. in the front entrance, and there's just a ton of guys, and this way they'll have to come running towards you instead of you just opening up the door and they're all right there. I'm not even sure of exactly how many guys are in this room. Actually, I can't even really see who is shooting at me. Also, it's even darker in the recording than it was when I was playing it, but this is a pretty dark level. Yeah, this is just my method for this room right here, is just kind of stay back here and shoot at them as they come. Because there's a lot of guards. I mean, that's the thing about this level, is there's a lot of guards in each room, and it's hard to tell exactly where they are. Okay, I think there's another guy up there. Yeah, this guy, I've gotten killed in this room a lot because I'm not sure of exactly how many guards there are. And also, there's that drone gun up there that I'll fucking forget about. Yeah, there was like 4 guys up here. If you open up that door right there, they're just all right there. And that door is locked, and it doesn't really serve any purpose. But I found objectives like just destroy these computers as weird objectives, and they were objectives like when I would be making up games in my mind, I would always put in the game. Mainly because I just got a ton of inspiration from games like this. Although, I don't think that Perfect Dark has missions like, there are very many missions like just destroy all the computers. Goldeneye has a ton. They seem very tacked on. I mean, that's what I'm just talking about. Like I mentioned several times, I mean, the objectives in Goldeneye just feel tacked on. They're not important. Just going through the level and fighting the guards is what's fun. Although some of the objectives are actually sort of fun, but most of them are pretty shitty, like destroy the alarms and all that. That's a really shitty one. Minimize the science casualties, my most hated one. Okay, so this is the hardest room in the level, especially if you hadn't taken out those guys on the side there. There's a guy over there with the RCP-90, I think, that it's kind of hard to see, but I just shoot in the direction of the flames from his gun. And that was really lucky, because I shot that explosive barrel, it only blew up the front, because there's a ton of equipment and scientists over here that you have to not kill. And that's hard to do with this gun, because it shoots through the target. So I hit both those scientists. I didn't kill them, but I hit both of them. And that guy that I shot right at the beginning that just ran out in front and ended up destroying the barrels, he'll throw a grenade, and the grenade will always fucking blow all this shit up and make you fail the mission. So there's the only mention of Jack Wade, the American stereotype character in the movie, which is a really crappy character and completely just used to make fun of the American like government and Marines. There's a whole bunch of petty jabs at American government and stuff in the movie, which I didn't notice as a kid. It just makes me think less of it, because it's just, you know, like, you jumped on the bandwagon and hate America. And that seems to be all of Europe. So here's a really weird secret where you just shoot these boxes and tinier boxes come out and then computers come out, and if you destroy them you get to AR-33. That's a secret I didn't know about for a very long time. In fact, I think I just completely found out about it on the internet. And I've seen quite a few Let's Plays of this game. Well, some. You know, I haven't seen as many as I think I would have, you know, because I like the game so much, but I have seen some, and none of them have gotten that secret, although I've definitely seen videos where people get the secret. I think it's a good secret, because 2 AR-33s is pretty good, especially for this room, because there's 2 drone guns coming up, and guards will come up from behind you, so closing the door behind you is a good way to alert yourself if they're coming at you. And there's a lot of them at this point, and so there's Trevelyan. If you run after him, he just disappears. So that door opened again. I'm not sure if it opens like as a cue of finding Trevelyan, or if there were guards coming after me. I didn't see any. And normally I'd just fucking get out this gun, start shooting at everybody really fast, kind of like at the end of the jungle level, to just run to the elevator. But I ended up killing them all. I think that might be the first time I ever have, because I'm so nervous about someone coming in from behind me. What? Nope. I guess I beat them all. What a badass.